20% discount off my tuition. Listen, if you've not started applying, run, don't walk. I wait pie payments. This is where a lot of people suffer in Nigeria. Let's talk about it. And welcome to my channel. My name is Choma. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button to be a part of the family. I promise you love it here. And if you're a returning subscriber, you already know the vibes, you already know how we do. Thank you so much for coming back. So in today's video, I'm really so excited for this one because I'll be talking about all you need to know about relocating to the UK through school, masters, or studying in the UK basically. Just before we get on, I quickly want to apologize for the noise in case you hear any. I'm literally so close to the window and it's a busy street, okay? So we gotta get this video out because I'm looking all good today and the people have been asking, okay? Right, so my relocation video, first of all, what? Oh my, we got to 1K subscribers, you guys. I totally forgot about that. We got to 1K subscribers and we got to 1K before my birthday. My birthday was 2 days ago, so I turned, guess, let me know, what do you think I turned? How old do you think I am now? Just guess, take a guess. But yeah, my birthday was 2 days ago, and my last video I was saying how I wanted to get to 1K subscribers before my birthday, and by the time I uploaded that video I already hit 1K subscribers. So yeah, I'm so excited and I'm so thankful to you guys. I hope you guys get to stay and enjoy my content and just, you know, have a good time on my channel, okay? So basically I put up a poll on Instagram and I said, you know, ask me anything you like to know about, you know, moving to the UK. Why am I saying you know too much? I said, ask me anything you like to know about moving to the UK to study, relocating, and all of that, the process, and And girl, I did get some questions, not just from Instagram, from YouTube, people personally DMing, sending me DMs, and all of that. So I'm just gonna, you know, just first of all give you like the basics, like my own personal experience, and just put you all through basically. So yeah, I am currently studying at the University of Northampton and I am studying Masters of Business Administration, aka MBA. So I decided, or rather I picked University of Northampton last minute, not necessarily last minute, but it wasn't like, how do I put it? Like I picked the uni when I discovered that it would be close to where I'm staying. And let me not even cap, you guys. Why am I not wearing my jewelries? Oh my God. So yeah, I don't even want to come on here and cap or just act some kind of way. But honestly, I did pick University of Northampton for 3 reasons. One, they offer placement for MBA in June, and I really wanted to go in June. I needed a course in June, that's this past June. And 2, the uni is close to my family, so I wouldn't be so far off from family. And then thirdly, and most importantly, they offer discounts. I mean, who doesn't like some money off? I do. When you tell me there's a discount, I get so excited. Listen, they offer a discount. They have like different discounts, you know, like schemes, right? If you have, it depends on your undergrad grade. If you have 2-1, 2-2 first class and stuff like that, you get discounts. It could be 10% off, 20% off, 30% off, depending. It just depends. But my time, I graduated with 2nd class upper and I got a 20% discount off my tuition. And by the time I applied for the uni, my tuition at the time was 14,900. So with the discounts, it became 11,900. So I got like 2K off, yeah. So it was like 11K something, yeah. And then yeah, they offer placements and all of that. So yeah, that is really why I applied for University of Northampton. Then other uni choices that I had, let me just quickly show you guys so you know that I'm not capping, because I don't do cap, okay? Masters choices, that's why I saved it on my notes. I had Uni of East London, University of Nottingham, University of Southampton, University of Westminster. I had Middlesex Uni. I had Richmond, the American University in London. I had Coventry Uni. I did apply for Coventry Uni twice. I applied in 2020. By the time I had this, compilation, I applied in 2020. I did get like a conditional offer, but that was during the lockdown, and I wasn't able to get my undergrad document, so I couldn't. So for studying in the UK, I'm going to be dividing it into 3 segments, and the first one will be university, picking a course, paying for your university and stuff, while the second one will be visa, the third one will be traveling, coming to the university and stuff. So yeah, when picking a university, I'll definitely recommend that you ask yourself some questions. You should have a need or like some checklists. Yeah, checklist is the better word. Checklist of what you want the unit to offer you, or what you want to get, something that matches like your checklist from the university. And then I think for me, the third one definitely depends on your budget, your pocket. Oh my god, this is so tight. Definitely depends on your budget, your pocket. If you can afford something higher, if you can afford something lower, it definitely depends on you, right? Then when you've chosen your university, I would definitely recommend choosing a course that would, easily get you a job when you add that to your CV, like not just like a basic anyhow course, because you have to understand that you're a foreign student. Yeah, you have to choose a course that even as a foreign student, it still puts you on the map, it still gives you an edge, right? So I definitely recommend you do that. And some courses, of course, aside from the healthcare courses, it could be finance, tech. We all know finance and tech is kind of like bubbling and trending right now. And also media, digital, advertising, marketing. Like there's always a need for marketers and advertisers and people who just know how to, offer those services. It all depends on you. It all depends on your end goal, what you aim to achieve after your study. Yeah, so some people, they want to study and just, have the degree and just go back, start a business. So it all depends on what you want to do and your end goal. Yeah. So as soon as you've gotten your course, as soon as you've applied for your course, listen. 2 months being that we are all from Nigeria. I'm sure people that will be watching this video will be from Nigeria. So being that we're all from Nigeria, right? As soon as, in fact, the master thoughts like this, when it just comes to your head, go and get your transcripts. Your original WIEC certificate, your reference letter, because some units will ask for it. Go and get all your documents ready, because as soon as you're applying for it, as soon as they give you conditional offer, they'll request for those documents in case you didn't fill it in, for them to give you an unconditional offer. And immediately, if you want your cars, just submit it immediately, because honestly, that's like what slowed me down. Because at a point, my school told me I wasn't going to come this June, or they told me that I wasn't going to get it. I had to defer to September, and that was so heartbreaking. But God being God, because I prayed, my mama prayed, my mommy prayed. And one thing about my mom, when she prays, God gives her the answer, honestly. So long story short, I got the admission. Of course, I'm here now, so I'll definitely recommend that you get your documents ready before you apply. Listen, if you've not started applying, run. Don't walk to your school. Get your documents ready. And the documents you need, it depends on the school. Like I said, some schools request reference letter. When I applied for Coventry, I used a reference. The Anambra girl in me is coming out. I used the reference letter, but when I applied for Northampton, there was no need for reference letter. There was no need for certificate of award. What they just needed from me was my original WIEC certificate and my undergrad, my transcript. That's all they needed from me. My transcript, that's all they needed from me. I'm not so sure, but if I'm not saying it correctly, I'm going to check my phone and I'll, put it on the screen. But I'm very, very certain that was all they needed from me. So make sure you get your documents ready before you apply. Make sure you get your documents ready. Okay, I just want to put it out there really quickly. My school does not request for IELTS. I don't know any school that requests for IELTS. I used my WAEC, my GCE, for all admissions I've done in this country. The next step in university is, of course, payments. Let's talk about it. After you've been given your conditional offer, you'll be asked to make a payment. When they've accepted your admission, that's like the conditional offer. They tell you, oh, we've accepted your admission, congratulations, you're going to be studying in so. But first, you need to pay amount. So it depends on the school. Northampton, my school, requested their deposit is £5,000, and that £5,000 is part of your school fees. Of course, they want you to make a commitment that you're actually coming. But yeah, payments. This is where a lot of people suffer in Nigeria. I suffered. I was one of the people that suffered. And I know a lot of people that suffer, because listen. Not everybody got money to do payment via black market rates, or call someone in, or have the opportunity to call someone in the UK to make payment for them. Because even if you call someone in the UK to make payment for you, you might still have to pay that person back, and you might have to pay with black market rates, which would be expensive, right? And listen, I heard, or I read sometime in July that CBN is going to cancel the Form A payments, the bank rates, whatever. So you will no longer be paying for universities through CBN. So what I'm going to suggest is, if you are coming in September, maybe by the time this video is out, it might be too late for you to come in September. But if you're coming in September, if you're coming in January, if you're coming in June, whenever you're coming, yeah, ask your school if you can make the payment now, this year, before next year, because that Form A opportunity is going to end 31st of December 2022. So I'll definitely recommend you make your Form A payments. Of course, if you want to save money, but if you don't mind, you can go ahead and pay with black market rates, because all it means with Form A rate is that if you are to pay, of course, bank rates, we all know that bank rate exchange rate is cheaper than black market. Bank still charges like 500 for pounds, and black market is in 800. So do the plus and minus yourself. 500, 800. Do the plus and minus yourself for real. Of course, we know that with the months being so close, the banks or the CBN people, they'll be dragging their foot. It's not be as speedy as all of that, but I'll definitely recommend that you make payments this year. Use the opportunity or the benefits, or it's an opportunity, right? Use the Form A rate while it lasts. Use the offer, yes. Use the offer while it lasts. Honestly, I'm definitely going to recommend it. I saved a lot of money when I did that. So I'll definitely say you start the process on time, and you have the exact amount and some change, because the rate, you know how exchange rate is now, it always flaunts, like it always fluctuates, like it always goes up and goes down. They're going to take charges, and the money is not enough. They will just skip the process and they won't tell you. So you now have to go and start the process again from the beginning and wait again. So it's always advisable that you have enough, more than enough in your account, just sitting, waiting for the day that they decide to take it and exchange it. Yeah. So another thing that I would suggest is try as much as possible to make at least 2 installments of your payments, because most universities, they'll give you like an installment plan they'll break it down into 3 parts or 3 installments. Does that make sense? You understand? Yeah, so I'll definitely say, while waiting for your visa, if you can make the 3 of them, honestly, that would be so nice. But if you cannot do that, try and do the 2 at least, because honestly, if you come to this UK when you are schooling, it will be so hard to school. It will be a lot of pressure, juggling school, working. It's going to be a whole lot of stress and pressure for you. So I definitely recommend that you make at least 2 installments, so that before the 3rd one, you would have, been able to, like stabilize yourself and just, be solid on the ground in a way. So yeah, that's something I would definitely recommend. Now we're going to talk about visa. I heard that they brought back priority and super priority visas in Nigeria. Thank God, because when I did mine, the wait time was long. Child, I waited for 6 whole weeks. 5 weeks 6 weeks, yeah, it was on the 6th week that they brought it out, child. I wait pie. I wait see this, listen, if you don't take any other thing that I said, take here and now, you need an agent. You need an agent. You need what? An agent, especially for the visa. For the university, you can do it yourself, because I did mine myself, and of course with the help of my sister living here already in the UK, so she helped me call them and all of that. It was like an easy process for me because I have my sister. I mean, I can do that for you, but it's gonna be for a fee. That's gonna be for a fee. So yeah, for visa, I'm not emphasizing on the need for this enough. I'm definitely gonna recommend that you have an agent. And it's affordable to have an agent for the whole process. That's university and visa. But if you cannot do that, you can just get for visa, which is also still affordable. Because listen, let me tell you why I would recommend that. Because I did my admissions myself. All the while that I was stressing for my admissions, like, you know, focus on my admissions, I did not remember proof of funds, right? They give you maintenance fee that you're supposed to have per month, depending on the city. So if you're in London, you're to have, like, I think London is 1,000 and something, and outside London is 900. So if you're in London, you're supposed to have the stipulated amount for London for at least 9 months, a minimum of 9 months. And if you're outside London, same. So you need to have that for a minimum of 30 days before you have to apply for visa. Do you understand? So I definitely recommend that you get an agent, and the agent I used, Mr. Cornelius of Ventura Educational Services, such a good man. He was so helpful. He was constantly calling me, giving me documents, and telling me the things I needed to have. It just made the whole visa process so swift and so easy. Trust me, in as much as I like to do things myself, it would have been so difficult or so stressful for me with that frame of mind at that time to do my visa process myself. And having my agent, that's Mr. Cornelius, was such a good decision, and I would definitely recommend it because it was such a good person, and it came highly recommended from someone else. So, and he lived up to the high recommendation, if it makes sense for me. I'm just trying to check for the amount I paid for my visa. My visa was $400. That's what I paid. The visa price itself is $400, but then you have to also pay for health surcharge. Health insurance is the step that comes first before the payment for visa. So the immigration health surcharge was $1,498.94 USD as at the time I paid. So as soon as you're done with your health surcharge, as soon as you're done paying your health surcharge and your visa fee, you then proceed to, you know, getting an appointment for your capturing. I did my payment on a Saturday, and I was lucky enough to find capturing date for the next Monday. So I went for my capturing, and going for your capturing, of course, they'll tell you document to bring. They themselves, TLS contact, they don't ask you questions, they just capture you. Basically, they take your biometrics, they take your face. So I'm definitely going to recommend that you go looking cute, dress well, because the picture they take you there is the picture that's going to be on your visa. And of course, because I always got looking cute, it was not a biggie for me. So I'd always recommend you go looking cute. And yeah, that's the process for the visa. If there's anything that I'm not saying, just leave it in the comment section, okay? The questions that I got, I didn't read them out. I just remembered. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't read the questions out because the questions, all these things that I've just said, are kind of like the answers to the various questions, right? Because they asked me things in this light. This question here says from a payment, and I've just touched that, so I believe I have answered that. This person said, how can I get scholarship plus free accommodation? I don't know if that was a joke, because for one of my cousins. So scholarships, you just go on Google. Once you just put UK university scholarships, a lot will pop up on the screen to show you universities. All universities give scholarship and discounts. The scholarship might come in form of a discount. Any university that you want to go to, just go down to their bursaries and scholarship and bursaries, something like that. You find all the information, and also if you go online, there's some websites that just helps you compile all of them together, so it's easier for you to, you know, like find and see. Then the next question is, these fees I am seeing online for tuition, does it include their hostel fees? No. Accommodation fees is totally different. Once you're given a tuition fee, it's just for the tuition, it's just for the duration of time that you would be schooling as, of course, a master's student. So accommodation fee is definitely different, right? So yeah, the next one is, how long does visa takes? So my time, the minimum wait time was 6 weeks. I guess the situation has relaxed, the wait time might not be so long now. So yeah, that's that. And then the last part of this segment is traveling. It was so expensive at the time. I wanted to book BA, like, child, who's gonna pay 700k? Not me. So I had to fly with Turkish Airlines, and I booked my flight on Travel Start. Honestly, I don't even know if I recommend those guys. I don't know, because when I wanted to move my flight, they told me the price that I would have to pay to move it would be an additional 300k. For the 300k that I paid, I'm not paying another 300k. It's not nothing, right? Because how? I needed to move my flight backwards, not forwards. So Travel Start was telling me I had to pay 368k. I remember the amount. I was like, Nikini, for what? Is it for Eba? Is it for Gary? Is it for beans? I don't know. Because for what? Ha! I was like, child, but trust me, as a sharp babe, I was like, no. I'll not give you all my tricks so that people will not cast it. So I'll definitely say that if you're going to use Travel Start, of course, these travel agencies, they give you cheaper rates, but there's a catch, and the catch being that if you want to cancel, they might take all your money for cancellation, or if you want to reschedule, you might need to pay ×2 to reschedule, to change the booking date. So that's the trick. So if you're booking through all these agencies, I'll definitely say be sure of the date. Make sure that you're not going to change your mind. Nothing is going to happen. It's that date that you're going to travel. Then 2, I'll definitely say that you make sure that you read the policies, because sometimes they write free cancellation until so and so day. Sometimes they'll tell you no cancellation, no refund, no anything. So make sure you read it to be sure what you're getting into before you make payments. Okay, so yeah, that's definitely what I'm gonna say. And then when you're traveling, honestly, child, do not park the whole Nigeria. Definitely say get Ghana Must Goes to park, because it was when I arrived that I heard that Ghana Must Goes don't have weight compared to boxes, because boxes, they already have like empty box as its own, already has a weight. So yeah, that's what I'm going to recommend. And yeah, you do not need COVID tests to travel. I did not take COVID tests. I have a vaccination card and I wasn't asked for it. So yeah guys, that's pretty much it for traveling, and I believe I've touched on every important basis or a factor about moving to the UK for your masters. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed and found this video helpful. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It will mean so much to me because we're growing. I want us to be big. Leave beautiful comments. Let me know what topics or videos you'd like to see next from me. Share this video with your friends, and I'll definitely see you in my next one. Stay blessed, stay safe, and stay happy.
Ready? Yeah.